With another video today, obviously, and it is actually, well, not today, but yesterday was the 9-year anniversary of me having my ostomy bag. So I thought I would just do a chitty chatty sort of video where I talk about memorable things that have happened, moments that really stick out to me on this 9-year journey of having my little Leroy. So I was one of those people that didn't know they were getting an ostomy, although I kind of did. And this is the first moment that really sticks out to me, which I feel like maybe I've mentioned on this channel before, but I had this intuition, this like, I don't know, just feeling that at some point in my life I would wind up with an ostomy. I had maybe just heard the word ostomy weeks prior as I was prepping for my first resection, and the night before I went into surgery I remember going into my dad's bedroom and just standing in the doorway, like leaning against it, and Dad's like, "Oh, okay, you getting ready for bed? You getting ready, you know, for tomorrow?" And I said, "Yeah, like, you know, Dad, I really just feel like I'm getting an ostomy." And he said, no, like your surgeon said, 1 in a million chance, like it won't happen, you'll be okay. And he said, yeah, no, I really feel like I'm gonna get an ostomy. And from that moment on, I mentally prepared myself that at some point in my lifetime, it was gonna happen, whether it be in the coming weeks or the coming years. I just told myself, this is something that eventually will happen, and it's just better to like get used to it now. And so I did. Lo and behold, my resection failed, and a week later on the 22nd, my resection was on the 14th of October. The 22nd is when I went into emergency surgery and woke up probably the 25th. It took me a few days to like come to. But yeah, it took a few days and there I was with a bag. When I came home with my ostomy, I did have a WOCN come to see me, but to be honest, like, I don't remember too much of what happened there. I really remember my dad and I problem solving with my bag together, and we would always do my bag changes together for the first like 6 months. I would hold the paper towel under my stoma and he would do the cleaning and the placement of it. And my dad was, you know, trying to cut the hole perfectly to fit on my like weird shaped stoma. Thank goodness it rounded out, because that has made things like so easy. And it was funny, the first time I actually changed my ostomy bag for the first time, like me change it with no help, was it was my first boyfriend, and it was a guy with an ostomy, and he's actually been on this channel before, but really nice guy. And I think we were over at his house and my bag leaked, and I was like, ah! And I didn't know what to do. So he came back to my house and my dad was upstairs, and I didn't want to look like I couldn't take care of myself. So I changed my bag myself, and later that night my dad was like, "Oh, like how'd it go?" I said, "My bag leaked, but I changed it for the first time by myself and it's still sticking." I was so excited. Yeah, but I was just so embarrassed, like, not that it leaked, because like he also had an ostomy and totally got it, but at the fact that I never had done it myself, I'd never changed it. And I was maybe, I think maybe I was 16 or 17 at that point. And, you know, I think I knew it was time for me to do it myself. And from that moment on, that was it, and I did all of my bag changes by myself. One thing, this is like a little bit earlier, it was the day that I was leaving the hospital, and it's these little moments that just make you laugh and like realize how like little things that make you so happy. So I had gotten ostomy, I was still in the hospital, and it was the day of discharge. And it's like weird things that you remember. I had this long sleeve pink shirt, which if you Google the Convatec ads that I was in, I think if you type in my name and then Convatec, I might pop up. But there's this long sleeve, like mauve pink shirt that I'm wearing, and it was fairly long on me. And I had that in the hospital. I brought it with me, and I was so excited because it was so long, it covered my bag completely. And I remember coming out of the bathroom, like ready to be discharged. The nurse is telling us all the discharge paperwork stuff, just going through it. And I was like, oh my God, nobody can see my bag. My shirt is long enough. I was so excited. I totally thought I was gonna need a new wardrobe. And I actually have another piece of clothing that I remember because of my ostomy. So very shortly after being discharged, like a few days, you know, enough time to be able to settle down at home, I convinced my dad that I needed a whole new wardrobe. Like, half because I was so nervous about my ostomy, half because, like, I'm a teenage girl, let's go shopping. And we went to Target, and I have the shirt that I convinced my dad to buy me. So I thought that this would be a good ostomy choice, because it's got this, like, stretchy, I don't know what you call it. It basically bubbles around the stomach, which was honestly a good choice. But I actually don't like this shirt very much, and I pretty much never wear it, but I still have it because of that memory. So I've had this for like 9 years now, so I thought that was funny. And if you guys don't know, my ostomy is named Leroy, and that is a name that has never changed. It has been there since, like, I want to say a couple months into surgery, or a couple months after surgery. The day that I went back to school, which was a few months after I had my surgery, unfortunately I lost a ton of weight. I also, I had to heal from what they call inside out. That's why I have a very large canyon-like scar, which caused me a lot of trouble, and my dad had to pack it multiple times per day. He did all these dressings on it. So it was a lot, and I started off by going, like, for a couple classes each day, and then I would increase every week or so. But the first day back was our Pride Day. I don't know what, it was like a new thing that our high school rolled out, and it was just to, like, cheer on the football team, and I guess it was fall, so I guess that was a thing. I don't know. But it was just a day where everybody could walk around, go to different rallies. You were wearing your, like, red and gray, because that was our school colors. I'll find a picture. I think I have a really good picture of me and my best friend. And like, you can tell I'm very thin. My eyes are sunken in the picture, but it was my first day back. I remember her, like, she knew everything that had happened. All of my friends had come to visit me in the hospital. She knew everything that happened but hadn't seen anything, and I told her, like, yes, I have an ostomy. And I remember her pulling me into our bathroom, the girls' bathroom, and she's like, I want to see it. So I showed her, you know, I pulled my shirt up, and I've got my scar all bandaged up, and my ostomy, which I'm pretty sure was a clear bag at that point. And I was like, listen, you really want to see this? And she's like, yeah, I want to see it. So she looked at it, she was amazed. And from that point on, she was like, we gotta name it. We're gonna call it Leroy. And that has been its name since, and it will never change because I always think of my best friend Kelsey, so it's kind of funny. So that is why it's named that, if you didn't know that story. I also remember one of the first YouTube videos that I did, one of the more popular ones that kind of circulated, was one where I was going to hang out with my friend Jess, and she's a pretty good friend of mine too. She just got married this summer. But I was going to her house in Wildwood, New Jersey. It's a beach town if you are not familiar. And I was pretty nervous. It was the first summer with my ostomy, and all I had was bikinis. And I was kind of like, screw it, I don't care. So the very first time that I went out, I had asked my dad prior, can we just go to the store? I want to figure out something to do because I don't want this, like, boring old bag. And that's when I bought the zebra duct tape, and I decorated my bag. And then I noticed a lot of other people doing it as well. So it was like a little bit of a thing there, and it's a lot of fun if you've never done it. They have really cool duct tape patterns, and you can either get the roll, which is what I think I used in the video, or you can get the sheets, which is actually way better. I suggest that, because then it's like all one piece. But I made that video, and I remember going onto the beach and just like not caring, and it was so sweet because Jess and her brother, who has actually since passed, they were so supportive, and not in a way like, you're gonna be okay, like, you're gonna be fine, go you. It was more of a like, we're not even acknowledging that you have an ostomy, like, this is normal. Like, this is you. We just went about our day and like had fun on the beach, and it was like nobody said anything. I do remember one person on the beach commenting, you know, I definitely got stares because people were curious, but nobody, there was no negative, nothing negative about it. There was one woman who came up to me and said, I just want to thank you because I used to have an ostomy and I never would have had the ability to come out here with a bag. Like, that is so cool that you decorated yours and you're just embracing it. And that stuck with me, and I think that's why I'm like all about ostomy pride and throwing it out there, because like really there's something different about me, but it's not abnormal. It's just the way that I do life, because it's, you know, how my body works. It's just what has worked for me. So that was one more memory. So yeah, those are like some of the memories that really stick out, and they're all like from a really long time ago. I certainly have memories, you know, as the years have gone on, but the really good ones were early on in my ostomy journey. This was a fun video to do because it's really nice recalling like all of those fun and new experiences, you know, scary experiences, but things that I got through. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my 9-year anniversary video, and I can't believe next year, October 22nd, next year is going to be my 10-year anniversary with it. That seems like an insanely long time to have a temporary ostomy. Not so temporary. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like the video, and keep watching out for more, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.